Alright, it's December 31st, New Year's Eve, and I'm finally just getting set up here. I got in really early because I knew I had a lot of work to do with hanging the stand, and I wanted to beat the deer, and I did for the most part, except for a few fawns were feeding out in the plot as I was finishing up, but they've worked their way off back in the timber. This is the spot I've been hunting when I haven't had the right conditions to target the recurve buck. So this is my third hunt here in the last week. But the first time I was in a stand back off the edge a little bit, and the deer were just too far out. They wanted to work towards the middle of this plot. And the second night I came in with intentions of hanging in this tree. So I brought stand and sticks and everything. But when I got to the base of the tree, I looked over and there's a bunch of deer already coming to the plot. So I got stuck on the ground for the evening, but you still had a good hunt. So tonight I was determined to get in even earlier. I think I was here around noon, 12:30, something like that. I got everything set up, but as you can tell, it's a gusty, windy, cold night, cold northwest wind. So not ideal for a long sit, but I knew I had to get in early. I'm excited to see how it goes. They're definitely killing the beans here. There's not as much as I thought there was left. Really just hoping to see one of two deer. One's a big frame 9 that I've seen now 3 times this year, I think, including once the other night. And then the deer that he was with, just a big solid mature 10, deer that my buddy and I call Happy. Would love to see either one of them. I think if they come in this field, it's not guaranteed to be in bow range, but I'm in the furthest most tree as far as getting out into the field a little bit. The rest of the field edge kind of goes back from this tree, so this is as good of a spot as it gets. It's not very big, but I think I can get away with it by myself, so I added some extra cover up here, and just gonna have to be really careful with movement and filming and everything. So excited to see how the night goes. Hopefully this cold weather has them up and moving. Alright, here we go. It's January 3rd. And I'm all set up in this spot. I've hunted twice now. This is my second hunt from this tree. I just hung this set a few days ago on this bean field. And they are definitely picking this plot over pretty good. It's only about 1.5 acres. And this is actually my 4th hunt on this field over the last couple weeks. It's crazy how many fewer beans there are every single time I come. But I'm hoping to catch up to one of these mature bucks. There's actually 4 bucks that I would shoot at this point. 4 deer that are 5 or older, which is kind of crazy. I've never been in many situations like that. And I should say 4 if they're still alive. You never know during this late muzzleloader season, but hoping all 4 are still alive and hoping can lay eyes on one. I moved this stand, or I hung this stand because it's the furthest tree out into this field on this edge to hopefully maximize my chances of a bow shot. It's a little bit warmer today, probably temps in the upper 20s, pushing 30 degrees. The tough part is I mentioned there's a lot of bucks, so I like my odds from that standpoint, but without any significant snow cover or cold weather, they're not forced to feed very early and they have a lot of other food choices, so that's probably going to be the main thing I'm up against tonight. But nonetheless, I'm excited for the sit. It's been fun to sit this plot and kind of watch the deer come from all over as the evening goes on. So hopefully that's the case, and hopefully we can get one of these mature bucks out here. Man, another fun hunt. Obviously late movement without the snow and cold weather, but another hunt that ends with 2 shooters in the field. Just unfortunately not in bow range and just a little bit too late. I don't know if either one would have eventually worked their way into bow range. Obviously I've had a few hunts in this spot now, and very few deer have gotten in bow range. So I'm a little bit worried about my chances, especially with time dwindling. There's just, a matter of days left in the season. It's clear that happy buck likes to come from that direction across the pick beans, and then the big 9 kind of comes from the opposite direction. So I'm trying to figure out somewhere in the middle. I do have that hawk blind sitting there, and it's only sitting there because that's where I built it. It has not been hunted yet. We never got a chance to put it where we wanted. So that's an option too. Either just climb up in it. It's not the greatest, but there were quite a few deer that have worked around that, or get it moved into a little bit better location where, just more likely to get a bow shot. So gotta decide what my next move is, and of course the recurve buck is still in the picture too. So gotta figure out what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but I'm gonna enjoy this to the end. It's a fun chase. It's fun seeing shooters, even though not letting an arrow go. But just a few days left. Time's dwindling, and excited for the next one.